This week on Command N, greedy telcos, YouTube gets fat, Jeff does a review of a great MP3 player, and I almost get eaten by a crocodile. Welcome to episode 159 of Command N. Looking around, you've probably noticed that we're no longer in a cold and frigid Toronto. In fact, we've come south of the border to the Sunshine State. For those of you who don't know where that is, it's Florida, sunny and beautiful Florida. We also have our field gear with us, so the quality may not be as good as you're normally used to. We apologize for that, but it's nice to get away from the snow. So I'll be bringing you the headlines of the week from this beautiful state, and Jeff has a review of the new XMP3 player. Our headlines this week are sponsored by GoDaddy.com.
GoDaddy.
GoDaddy is the creator of the new GoDaddy File Folder Facebook application. This hot new application gives you 1 gig of free space, password protection for your files, and much more. Simply search File Folder in Facebook's application directory or visit GoDaddyWidgets.com to learn more. As always, you can save 10% at GoDaddy.com with the promo code COMMAND10. That's the number 1 and the number 0.
GoDaddy.
For our first headline this week, unless you were living under a rock, you were probably watching the YouTube Live event, which took place recently on a Saturday night. Now, they had tons of YouTube artists who came to the event. There was a backstage party, and the cool thing was that on YouTube.com, you could actually switch between the different camera views. Now, a lot of that video is still available on YouTube.com, including an artist who's one of my favorites from YouTube, Bo Burnham.
Before YouTube, I walked through life, and now I frolic. YouTube's been like a father to me, except YouTube's not an alcoholic.
Do you know something different?
In other YouTube news, many video creators are very excited by a recent announcement that YouTube videos are now available in 16:9. So that's widescreen, and I have to say, it looks pretty good.
Bam! It's off the chain now.
On Command N, we've really tried to stay on top of the net neutrality debate in Canada and in other parts of the world. Well, unfortunately, the CRTC has ruled recently that Bell can continue to throttle internet service. This has a lot of people up in arms, including a Command N viewer, Paul Preston. Here's what he has to say.
This ruling is pretty bad because what CRTC is saying is that Bell Canada can control what applications access what traffic on the internet. And I find that they're kind of not 100% understanding the situation, so I think the CRTC is just ruling it's not illegal. Hopefully they can overrule it in the future. Last year the FCC ruled on Comcast and basically said that they were doing the same thing, which was illegal. Earlier this year, Google said that what Bell Canada is doing is also illegal.
Aside from our internet pipes in Canada getting suffocated, I have some more bad news. This is all about Twitter. Twitter has announced that they will no longer enable outbound SMS messages on your Twitter account. So you can still update your account, but you can no longer get messages back from Twitter. Now, some of the people who are upset about this include BlogTO, which is one of my favorite blogs, and hundreds of other people who are big Twitter fans north of the border. Don't worry, I am going to leave you with some uplifting news in our headlines this week. It's Seagate's rap video, which is produced by the Sniper Twins. They're rapping about the need to upgrade your computer, and I'm sure coming into the holiday season, this is something we can all relate to.
So I'm covering my tracks from the Interpolice, and I'm watching my back, making black market beats with my refurbished plug in USB, mass appealing to the fans, going P2P. DMV on the mic, and I need more power. So patch it right into my workstation tower. Megahertz popping through my PreSonus amp, bumping these beats and kicking these jams. Like my fiber optic cable Ethernet, my quadruple core processor's working up a sweat. Something slowing down my system that I can't even see.
Hi, I'm Jeff MacArthur here with this week's Hot Stuff product review, and we're looking at the XMP3 radio, built by Pioneer for the XM satellite radio network. Costs around $250 and requires an XM subscription to use, which you can get for as little as $10 a month. Now, I've never been much of a commercial radio listener, but XM's great. There's over 100 channels, gives you a huge selection of music, comedy, news, and more. And this device makes that service even better. In terms of size and appearance, fits in the palm of your hand, it looks pretty decent, feels nice and sturdy. It's got a micro SD card and a USB connection, so you can actually import your MP3 and unprotected WMA files onto the device for listening, so you're not always dependent on the satellite radio. The home package I bought came with some earphones, a home dock with an 1/8" audio out, an antenna connection, remote control, AC adapter, and some other cables to go with all that stuff. Functionally, you basically navigate through the channels, see what's on, and listen to what you like. But there's some great things I just didn't expect with this. For example, the recording features. You can record up to 75 hours. You can either do one-touch live recording on up to 5 channels at the same time. You can schedule recordings, or you can automatically get it to record your favorite shows. You can also replay up to 30 minutes of live XM, just like a DVR does, as long as you've been tuned into that channel for the duration. Another great feature is the Tune Select feature. So if you hear a song you like or an artist you like, you can flag it, and from that point onwards, the device will tell you if that song or other songs by that artist are playing on another channel, and then you just click the middle button and there you are on that channel. So no need to shuffle around all the time, you just hop right to it. There are a couple little buyer beware points. One, the software is Windows only, so I'm not going to talk about what you can do with the software. Suffice to say, there are some good extra features for you Windows users out there, so check that out. And reception. The reception can be a little spotty depending on where you are with the device. Now, if you're hooked up to your car or dock with antenna, no problem at all. But just walking around with this thing, just that little stubby aerial, you probably find some places where you're not going to get a great signal. Still, you can listen to your recorded content, whether that be the stuff you've recorded off satellite radio or those music files you've imported. So all said, this is frankly the most compelling thing I've ever come across to get me listening to satellite radio. I don't spend enough time in the car to go for the car device, but I can hook this up in there. I'm just looking for something in my pocket so that I've got a varied source of music, comedy, and news and stuff like that to listen to when I'm roaming around, taking the dog for a walk or what have you. And this does the job. The recording and the Tune Select features make it even better. So great little device, the XMP3 radio, built by Pioneer for XM satellite radio. I'm Jeff MacArthur. That's all for this week. Enjoy.
Now it's time for our web pick of the week. There are plenty of sites out there where you can go and get your own Twitter-inspired t-shirt, but one of my favorites is reacttee.com. This is a place where you can put your own slogan on a t-shirt with a short code so people can find out your Twitter handle. Now this is very cool if you're trying to get more followers and you want to market your Twitter account out there in the public. Now, as I mentioned, there are lots of other Twitter t-shirt sites out there, so if you find any, leave us a message in the comments. As always, thanks for watching and we'll see you soon.
Hey, welcome to YouTube. I said to listen and linger. Charlie the unicorn bit my finger. It's YouTube. The impact is evident. Miss Teen South Carolina just ran for vice president. Upload a video. You got nothing to lose.
Stumbled a little, but I think it's okay.
Except all of your friends.
Obviously, I don't have a teleprompter.
And the approval of your parents. Hi, my name is Mary and I'm 19 years old and I got drunk at a party and I think someone was videotaping it, but I don't want anyone to see it because I showed half of my boobs. Sorry, Mary. Welcome to YouTube.